Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The ceremony is about to begin. We ask that you please silence all your electronic devices. Thank you. Good morning, Colonel Kevin E. McHugh, Mr. Benjamin Valentine, Chief Warrant Officer 5 David Miller, Chief Warrant Officer 5 Jason E. Godwin, Chief Warrant Officer 5 Derek Canals, Chief Warrant Officer 5 Rich East, and Chief Warrant Officer 5 Joyner. Distinguished guests, Senior Warrant Officer, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our Commandant, Colonel Kevin E. McHugh, welcome to the appointment and graduation ceremony for Warrant Officer Candidate Class 25-18, Teal Tiki Bones. Following the remark this morning, the company commander, CW4, Dr. J. Bennett, will administer the oath of office. The oath is complete. Each member of the class is a warrant officer. The only remaining event is the pinning of the warrant officer rank. Family members and guests are invited to assist in this part of the ceremony. As your sergeant name is called, please feel free to come forward to conduct the pinning. At any time during the ceremony, you may come forward to take photographs. Please be mindful of the other guests. Do not block their view and promptly return to your seat. Please stand for the entrance of the official party, the invocation, and the playing of the national anthem.
Let us pray. Almighty God, as we gather here on this occasion to celebrate and commend these new warrant officers of Class 2518, thank you for their accomplishments and their commitments. Thank you for their families and friends who support them so well. Thank you for their leaders who have trained them to be the best warrant officers they can be. Lord, go with them to their next assignment, that they will go with pride and confidence, ready to face what lies before them, depending on you for their strength and comfort. I pray that what they've accomplished, which we celebrate today, will be an inspiration for us all to better apply ourselves to the tasks before us and to improving ourselves through education, personal and professional development, and a commitment to serve others. It's in your mighty name that I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Reinhardt. Please be seated. It is indeed a privilege to be associated with this outstanding group of soldiers. Warrant Officer Candidate School is a challenging 5-week course where we test each candidate to ensure they meet the moral, mental, and physical requirements to become warrant officers. Regardless of the environment, character, competence, and commitment form the foundation of successful leaders. Honor, discipline, and a conviction to adhere to a higher standard are but of a few of the qualities society expects from every military officer. These graduates have demonstrated that they possess these qualities. This class has excelled in many endeavors while at the First Warrant Officer Company. But in addition to their academic and leadership achievements, this class chose to honor a cause greater than themselves. The teal tiki bones symbolizes strength through struggle, honoring the invisible wounds of many soldiers. The color teal is in recognition of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, Awareness Month. Teal represents healing, resiliency, and unity within Class 25-18. The teal tiki bones are graduating with a final class average of 93%. They also earned the following guide-on streamers: project management excellence, service and teamwork, safety, and esprit de corps. The teal tiki bones are graduating with a final class total of 94 warrant officer candidates, comprised of the following: 57 technicians and 37 aviation warrant officer candidates, which includes 64 regular Army, 19 National Guard, and 11 Army Reserve. The teal tiki bones civilian education includes the following: 4 with a master's degree, 27 with a bachelor's degree, and 16 with an associate's degree. The average age in the class is 31 years old, with a candidate as young as 19 years old and a candidate as old as 45 years old. Allow me to introduce the team responsible for training the teal tiki bones. The Senior TAC Officer, Chief Warrant Officer 3C Fuentes. The Primary TAC Officer, Chief Warrant Officer 3 Paulino. The TAC Team, Chief Warrant Officer 3 Gambio, Chief Warrant Officer 3 Vineyard, and Chief Warrant Officer 2 Sanders. The Company First Sergeant Harbert. The Senior Mentor, Chief Warrant Officer 4 Moody, and the Warrant Officer Candidate School Course Director, Chief Warrant Officer 3 Henry. Please join me in a round of applause for this outstanding team. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce today's guest speaker, Chief Warrant Officer 5, David T. Miller. Chief Warrant Officer 5 Miller, a native of Greenfield, Indiana, began his military career in June 1995 with the Indiana National Guard as a water purification specialist. He transitioned to active duty in 1999 as a Bradley linebacker crewman and later commissioned to Warrant Officer 1 in 2006, specializing as an air defense system integrator. He currently serves as the Deputy Commandant of the United States Army Warrant Officer Career College here at Fort Rucker, Alabama. Throughout his career, Chief Warrant Officer 5 Miller has served in diverse positions across the globe on multiple air defense platforms, including Bradley Linebacker Section Leader, Brigade Air Defense System Integration Technician, Senior Instructor for Air Defense Warrant Officer Education, and Joint Interface Control Officer. He brings a wealth of experience from assignments across the United States and abroad, including Korea, Germany, and deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. He has worked alongside more than 40 allied and partnered nations, including NATO, the Republic of Korea, Switzerland, Austria, and Ukraine, focusing on joint and combined interoperability. Chief Warrant Officer 5 Miller's professional military education includes a wide range of leadership and technical courses, from primary leadership development course and Battle Staff to Warrant Officer Senior Education and Joint Interface Control Officer course. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology Management from Trident University International. With over 30 years of military service, he has received numerous accommodations, each reflecting a legacy of unwavering integrity and exceptional service in every theater to which he was assigned. Chief Warrant Officer 5 Miller is married to Heather, and together they have 2 sons, Jared and Jonathan. His full biography can be found in today's program. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Chief Warrant Officer 5, David T. Miller.
Ms. Bennett, thank you very much for that kind introduction. It's always interesting when you're sitting there hearing people read about your work and what you've done and where you've been. And I want to kind of focus on some key elements this morning, specifically pertaining to wisdom and advising, if I may. I have the privilege this morning of actually running with this class during the victory run, gave a small speech thanking them for their contributions, thanking the families, and I appreciate the feedback from a great many of you. I had a great time. And as I prepare speeches, one of the things that I'm consistently reminded of is to think of the audience. Though the primary audience and the people that we are honoring today is a class of warrant officers who will be embarking on the start of really something that's going to be transformational in their careers, we would be remiss if we didn't mention all of those that help support them, love them, care for them to get them where they are today. So if we would please, I would like to offer a round of applause for their family members and friends that have supported them here today. One of the things that's gotten me this far is because, as I had spoke about to some degree this morning, was there were people that were able to sow wisdom into my life, to help me make critical decisions about my career and to also stop me from making damaging decisions. There were people that helped come alongside to help provide help, effort, and support, and there were also folks that came and provided some much-needed guardrails, because I tended to be a little bit of a workaholic. I tended to be a perfectionist. I tended to want to work excessive hours, making sure that everything was 100%. It wasn't until a little later that a 948 Delta by the name of Corey Jeffries came along beside me. He was a CW3 at the time, as I was a young aspiring W1 in Korea, and offered key elements of wisdom. It was then later, working alongside the U.S. military chaplaincy, that a chaplain also began to sow wisdom. And I would like to pass a bit of that on to you if I could. You see, when we talk about wisdom, it's really the rightful use of knowledge and the things that we understand so that we can apply it to our trade or to our craft. When I think about Proverbs chapter 1, verse 5, and don't worry, I'm not going to take you to church this morning. That's the chaplain's job. It says, "A wise man will hear and increase in learning, and a man of understanding will acquire wise counsel." You see, what this meant to me is there's times that we had to stop and listen, and I think that's core to what it means to be a silent professional. There are times that we have to stop and be silent and listen to receive counsel from friends, from neighbors, coworkers, mentors, and peers. And too often what we see when we have a group of talented individuals pressing forward, oftentimes we make the mistake of leaning on our own work and own efforts. Proverbs chapter 12 speaks to this and gives us caution in saying that the way of a fool is right in their own eyes, but a wise man listens to counsel. You see, I would love to say that my career was spotless, without blemish, in 30 years, but I can be honest, there were times that I made plenty of mistakes. And I had gracious leaders that were able to come alongside and help underwrite those mistakes, to help provide correction, to help provide counsel, to help get me where it was that I needed to be. It was later that I understand that as I become alongside commanders, working first in a battalion command and then later in a brigade command, that wisdom was sought out by senior leaders, those whose responsibilities were to make key decisions that affected not only the things that I worked on, but units and organizations. A brigade commander that I had at the time in 35th ADA actually came and said this, and it echoed with Proverbs 15:22, and it said, "Without counsel, Plans will fail, but many advisors will cause them to succeed. As we think about your education, there's no doubt that being advisors is something that we have talked about from a book perspective, is it not? When we think about the construct of ICOLA. Being a trusted advisor is something that our commanders, our leaders, they need it. As much as you need someone to speak into your life, to bring about growth, to bring about change, to challenge you, to help increase your technical understanding, our leaders and commanders need that same wisdom and guidance. They need people to sow into their lives. They need people to help bring about right information, facts, objective things to help keep weapon systems, processes, capabilities in line. To kind of go back to what we talked about this morning, I can often remember as a young W1, I often felt that maybe my place at the table would not be heard. I'm reminded of what Paul tells Timothy. He tells him, don't let anyone discount you because of your youth, or in your case, because of your junior grade. Set the example in all that you do, both in your technical aptitude, but also in your professional character. Your example as a leader is going to draw people to you. I found very early on that sometimes standing up and saying the right thing amongst a hard crowd is necessary. I remember we were being fielded a new capability in Korea circa 2006, and I was a young aspiring W1, and it was a very challenging time, and there was a senior individual, a warrant officer in my career field, that was briefing a capability as they understood it as we were getting this new thing from Patriot. But as he was briefing this capability from an interoperability perspective, how weapons systems connect to one another, I had noticed that there was a grave error in what was being explained. You see, we had just been fielded the equipment and we had done a lot of testing, and I knew that our commander wanted to make sure that this capability was brought to bear because it was going to shape plans and things that we were doing across Korea. And one of the hardest decisions that I had to make early on as a junior was to approach this senior warrant officer and politely explain that the information that was put out was not correct. Now, it was not to discredit him, because the truth is we all learn at different levels. And a part of the acquisitions process sometimes, and many of you are going to learn this, we get the slideshows that give us the sales pitch. But it's going to take you in the field, operating the equipment, becoming experts, testing its limits to understand what it actually can do. We cannot be PowerPoint deep. We have to understand to the full depth and technical expertise of what it is these capabilities can bring to bear. What I did next after I had a conversation with him is I asked him to come with me down to the motor pool. I wanted to show him what I was talking about. And I gathered a couple other warrant officer friends up, and we fired the equipment up, and we attempted to bring it into operation in the manner in which he explained, and something extraordinary happened. Learning occurred. Because as we turned it on, the hard drive of the weapon system began to overwrite itself. A solid flashing light, the spinny wheel of death, as many of you are familiar with computers and systems, and the weapon system came down. And he thanked me for showing him that we have to be more than PowerPoint deep. We went back and then talked to the commanders, and we provided correction to the information that we provided, and we were able to shape plans for the future. You see, it wasn't about embarrassing a colleague. It was about stepping out to make sure that things were correct, professionally, tactfully, in a way, and understanding that even a W1 can sow into the life of a senior warrant officer and bring about positive change. That's what's required of us. We need to help make each other better at all echelons. One of the greatest things that I am super proud of is that I call W1s and 2s a lot, because you're on the knife's edge of the things that we implement, the things that we get after, the things that we are asked to employ. Time and time again, there's plenty of examples. So I would like to offer a word of encouragement to the families and children standing out today. It's not just about being in the Army. It's about allowing people to speak good things into our lives, to encourage us, to challenge us. And so I'm reminded of a quote that I first attempted to start at our run this morning, but I would like to finish it if I may. And for the class, please don't tip my hand. It says, one day a talented lass who worries not, a special one with rank of dots, will make the peace of resistance found from its hiding refuge underground. And with a noble team at the helm, the master builder will thwart the enemy and save the realm. And they will be the greatest, most interesting, most important person of all time. And this is obviously true because it rhymes. You see, we can learn from the Lego movie. We can learn from small things in life. When Emmett, the small Lego construction worker, was facing daunting tasks, he had people that came alongside him that sowed in words of encouragement, and he was able to accomplish things far greater than himself. And I would stand to say that it is true. And I wish you all the best. I wish you all wisdom and courage and knowledge to seek out things in tough times ahead. Because to be frank, my time in Europe was discouraging. There is an adversary that's out there that evolves quickly, that doesn't play by the rules, that changes things sometimes faster than we can think. And as warrant officers, I'm asking you to stand on that line, to think faster, to come up with solutions quicker, to provide resolution faster, to enable our commanders to make decisions that will save countless lives and ultimately defend the freedom that we so earnestly love and enjoy. I thank each and every one of you for the decisions you've made today. I thank God that you started this journey. I pray that you find mentors and people that will sow into your lives. Again, I ask blessing in your life when it comes to wisdom and encouragement. And I wish you best in the future. Army strong. Thank you.
On behalf of Class 25-18 and the First Warrant Officer Company, the Leadership Awardee is presenting the guest speaker with a token of appreciation.
Class 25-18, on your feet.
The oath of office is the most significant event of this graduation ceremony. The candidates have worked very hard to reach this moment. The American people have put their faith and trust into these soon-to-be warrant officers. The candidates are swearing or affirming their true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States. I ask all service members in uniform, please stand for the oath of office.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed an officer. Army of the United States. Do solemnly swear. Support and defend. The Constitution of. The United States. And
seated. This, excuse me. The distinguished honor graduate. The Distinguished Honor Graduate Award is named after CW3 retired Doris Allen, a warrant officer who has set herself apart by making significant contributions to our nation and her community. Her biography can be found in today's program. The recipient of this award is Warrant Officer Katak Nam, with a final course average of 99%. Warrant Officer Nam is receiving a Warrant Officer Career College Certificate of Achievement from the guest speaker, CW5 Miller. He is also being recognized with a plaque by the company commander, CW4 Bennett. Finally, Warrant Officer Nam will receive a plaque and a $100 check from the Military Officer Association of America, presented by CW5 retired Randy Godfrey. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Honor graduates must achieve an overall average within the top 5% for academic honors within Warrant Officer Candidate School. The following warrant officers are honor graduates: Warrant Officer Tristan C. Leonards, Warrant Officer Paul D. Hodge, and Warrant Officer Chase E. Rapp. Warrant Officer Leonards, Warrant Officer Hodge, and Warrant Officer Rapp are receiving a Certificate of Achievement from the Primary TAC Officer, CW3 Paulino, the Warrant Officer Candidate School Course Director, CW3 Henry, and the Senior Mentor, CW4 Moody. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. To achieve Commandant's List, graduates must achieve an overall average within the top 20% for academic honors within Warrant Officer Candidate School. The following warrant officers on the Commandant's List are Warrant Officer David J. DeCourcy, Warrant Officer John H. Dexter, Warrant Officer Alan M. Franks, Warrant Officer Morgan H. Hopkins, Warrant Officer Lane D. Hoover, Warrant Officer Austin W. Manning, and Warrant Officer Kyle L. Marquise. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. The following warrant officers also on the Commandant's list are Warrant Officer Stephen L. Munoz, Warrant Officer Nikki L. Nestor, Warrant Officer Dylan R. Paget, Warrant Officer Nathan R. Smith, Warrant Officer Daniel K. Tate, Warrant Officer Kevin T. Watson, and Warrant Officer Christopher A. Wolf. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. The Iron Warrant Award is given to the warrant officer who has the highest overall average on all performance evaluations during the course. The Iron Warrant Award is named after medically retired warrant officer Anthony Radatic, a warrant officer who has persevered in the face of adversity. His biography can be found in today's program. The recipient of this award is Warrant Officer Zachary D. Punt. Warrant Officer Punt is receiving a Warrant Officer Career College Certificate of Achievement from the Primary TAC Officer, CW3 Paulino. Warrant Officer Punt has also been identified as the leadership awardee by his peers. Through his exceptional leadership and unique attributes, he encouraged personal growth and professional development. The Leadership Award is named after CW4 retired William Roof, a warrant officer who was deeply inspirational and innovative. His biography can be found in today's program. Warrant Officer Punt is receiving a Warrant Officer Career College Certificate of Achievement from the Company Commander, CW4 Bennett. He is also being recognized with a plaque by the guest speaker, CW5 Miller. Additionally, Warrant Officer Punt will receive a plaque and a $100 check from the Military Officer Association of America, presented by CW5 retired Randy Godfrey. He is also on the Commandant's list. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Please join me in a round of applause for these outstanding warrant officers. The remainder of the class will receive their Warrant Officer 1 rank in alphabetical order. Please hold all applause. Warrant Officer Alexander. Warrant Officer Allen. Warrant Officer Alsadi. Warrant Officer Alvarez Juan. Warrant Officer Alvarez Luis. Warrant Officer Anasias. And Warrant Officer Ayers. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Warrant Officer Badger, Warrant Officer Beck, Warrant Officer Besser, Warrant Officer Bickford, Warrant Officer Billings, Warrant Officer Brisboy, and Warrant Officer Brito. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Warrant Officer Buckner, Warrant Officer Caldwell, Warrant Officer Childers, Warrant Officer Cintron, Warrant Officer Claremont, Warrant Officer Clifford, and Warrant Officer Cox. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Warrant Officer Dale, Warrant Officer Davis, Warrant Officer Degner, Warrant Officer Demers, Warrant Officer De Sosa, Warrant Officer Donaldson, and Warrant Officer Drake. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Warrant Officer Edwards, Warrant Officer Ellington, Warrant Officer Galalza, Warrant Officer Garcia Esteban, Warrant Officer Garcia Juan, Warrant Officer Gindrup, and Warrant Officer Harmon. There you go. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Warrant Officer Hernandez. Warrant Officer Johansson. Warrant Officer Johnson. Warrant Officer Kelly. Warrant Officer Yamuka. Warrant Officer Loomis. And Warrant Officer McQuarrie. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. I gotta try something. Warrant Officer Melendez Camacho. Warrant Officer Miranda. Warrant Officer O'Connor. Warrant Officer Pinero. Warrant Officer Parra. Warrant Officer Pratt. And Warrant Officer Ramos. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Warrant Officer Roach. Warrant Officer Rodriguez. Warrant Officer Roman. Warrant Officer Rose. Warrant Officer Schaefer. Warrant Officer Schillig. And Warrant Officer Small. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Warrant Officer Suits. Warrant Officer Teasley. Warrant Officer Tiedman. Warrant Officer Trapp. Warrant Officer Utek. Warrant Officer Van Orden. And Warrant Officer Vaughn. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Warrant Officer Veazey. Warrant Officer Vogt. Warrant Officer Walker. Warrant Officer Webb. Warrant Officer Wells. Warrant Officer Wiggins. And Warrant Officer Williams DeQuan. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Warrant Officer Williams Cavante. Warrant Officer Wright. Warrant Officer Yanez Guerra. Warrant Officer Yance. And Warrant Officer Young. Please come forward and pin your warrant officer. Please join me in a round of applause for these outstanding warrant officers.
Yeah! It's official!
It's a period. Class 25-18 on your feet. At this time, I ask that all soldiers, past and present, please stand and join us in reciting the Soldier's Creed and remain standing for the playing of the Army song. Teal Tiki Bones, before you are dismissed for the final time, remember the warrior ethos are deeply rooted in the Soldier's Creed, which states, the primary TAC officer, CW3 Paulino, will dismiss the class to conclude today's ceremony.
Welcome to the courtroom. Remember, everything is in black and white, and now you can go back to HAC.